back to a very special episode of Baseless Claims. Tory happens to be out of the country, leaving us high and dry. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Tory.
Fuck you. And by this new voice that you just heard now, we have some special guests on the podcast. The two mainstayers is myself, Taylor, and
Tyler. I am Tyler.
And two,
We have an imposter, Tyler. I just want to get that across.
to our right are two local musicians, and I will let them introduce themselves.
Hey, my name is Jack Daly. 20 years old, artist, producer.
I'm Tyler Schultz, and I also am all of those things.
Hell yeah, dudes.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, welcome to
Makes it
Baseless
easy.
Claims.
Thank you for having us. Big fan.
Yeah, the studio.
Are you
in the
actually?
basement.
Tyler can't say the same.
Okay.
I actually watch you guys' channel, so.
Hell yeah.
Oh
we really
yeah.
appreciate
Well,
Although
what's
I
my-
don't play
What's my
Skyrim.
third cousin's name?
Fuck you, Tyler.
it. Yeah.
Name my first 5 albums.
Yeah, I was gonna make that same
What's your
joke.
favorite song?
All right, so I think I'll start off with one of the first questions, and I'll just straight up ask, like, what kind of music do you make?
Oh, man. Okay. So it started because I just started like doing vocal like music recently. So I've been a producer the whole time, making like hip hop beats, rock stuff, and I've picked up more like instruments recently. So
Okay.
I do like kind of like Mac DeMarco type stuff right now, kind of
That type shit.
some like jangle pop, and then I also sometimes jangle pop, and then also sometimes do like pieces. What would you call pieces? Like just hip hop, R&B kind of stuff.
Yeah, so like mostly beat stuff right now.
Yeah,
more or less.
So the songs that I have out are more hip hop oriented right now, but what I'm working on now is more of like a rock sound.
Hell yeah, dude, that's rad.
It's gonna be
That's rad.
nice.
Yeah, I don't know, kind of in the same vein, I guess. I just kind of like I make beats as well. I play piano, I play guitar, I rap, I sing, I do a bunch of stuff. I just generally just like to kind of make stuff that sounds cool. Which is
Yeah,
kinda-
no, it's actually-
That's a good mark to try to
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah, when I
It
was
is.
in high school, I took a music tech class where we
Okay.
like electronically produced music and whatnot. And one thing that my
What fucking high school did you go to where
You
that
know,
was offered?
I don't
Hey,
know.
man.
It was
No,
fucking.
dude,
I went to a recording high school.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you went to a recording.
Like,
I can
that's-
see
these are
that.
things.
I can see that. But like just a standard high school.
Yeah,
you
no,
got-
like one of the music teachers, one of the band teachers, was just like, "I'm gonna do a music tech class. You can't stop me, principal." And the principal was like, "I don't give a fuck. Just do it." He's like,
You
"Yeah,
you can't hold me down.
And there were 8 kids in the class.
Where did they like
Dope.
secure funding for like a studio? Or
They,
was it
they
just
were just a
laptops?
computer lab,
Okay.
computer lab that like the music tech department had. It was like
Okay.
really shitty, like I think 8 total computers. So it worked out for the 8 kids in class.
Exactly.
Did you guys like run what program?
It was up to us. So
Okay.
he went over, all the programs that we could use. Like
they
somebody
bought
Wait,
licenses
yeah, I was
for
like-
all
no,
of the
no.
You bring in what you bring in.
Yeah, you bring in what you brought in. So like
Okay.
there was one kid who had like the full Ableton suite. I was just using fucking
FL
Fruity
demo.
Loops?
yeah, not
The
even
demo.
Fruity
Hey,
Loops. I was
Don't
using
you guys dare get on FL right now. I fucking have a FL Studio tattoo.
I was actually on Audio Tool. Have you ever used
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Oh
don't
my
even
god,
know
on
what that
Google
is.
Chrome.
Yeah,
it's like a
Google
Google
Chrome.
Chrome extension that has like loops.
It's
Yeah.
actually not.
That's where I started.
It's actually not awful.
No, it's not terrible.
But yeah, so that's where I started, right? And the one thing that teacher said to me during one of his lectures or whatever that really, really stuck with me was, if it sounds good, it is good.
Yeah.
And I've just
Yeah.
kind of took that and run with it. With all
I
my
don't know
projects.
because I've definitely like before I had any music theory knowledge, I was like, yeah, this sounds fucking good. And then I went back and listened to it and it's like, this is not in any key.
No, I mean, not to toot my own horn or whatever, but like I have a decent amount of theory knowledge, I guess, and I think there's definitely a line where like you can kind of get too much into thinking that like, oh, this is the 6th chord of this, and then this is also the 2 chord of that, and then this can go there, and you get really caught up in that. But then like you just make something with 2 chords with like bathe and reverb, and it sounds cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
yeah, like-
Are you, I am a fucking fan of just 2 chords.
Right.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Or your standard 1 3 5 3,
Of
and
course,
then just do
yeah.
that over and over
Of
again
course,
until
it
the
just
song's
sounds
done.
cool. Yeah.
That's what I've learned, like playing all this, like making like kind of more the current like indie rock type stuff. It's just like din din din. It's just 3 things the whole time, but
Yeah.
it sounds so good. So it's like more.
There's a
about the-
reason it
there's a-
stayed.
It's more about the effects, like the big chorus, and it's just like the whole aesthetic.
Yeah,
Aesthetic.
like there's also beauty and simplicity
Right,
too.
totally.
So like some of the biggest songs that'll last for time and time to come are very, very simple.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah, I
there's-
totally
there's that.
agree. Yeah, because like people, whether they know it, Bo Burnham has a thing about that, the repeat stuff thing.
Yeah.
Like
Love
not to
that.
that extent.
It's
of course, 'cause
catchy.
he's talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
like Justin Bieber, and that makes sense. But like over and over, like they like a chorus. You know, they want to hear it again because it's easy to think from like our perspective as artists. We're thinking about it deeper, but they're just listening to it.
Yeah, no,
They don't
I
know-
struggle
yeah.
with that as just like, because I remember my mom wanted to listen to one of the songs that I had made,
Nope.
which is always a bad
Yeah, it
idea.
is. Yeah.
Because I remember she asked me like, why does this sound so like bad? Because and she didn't mean it like
Yeah,
that,
it's
but it's
hilarious.
lo-fi.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she was just like confused on
Yeah.
like, why does it sound like it's coming through a shitty speaker? And it's
Right.
like, Mom, that's the aesthetic.
Right,
You don't
right.
get it.
I feel it 100%.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But it's just like she was confused because there was no chorus. Like there's nothing to go back to. Like
Right.
it was more just kind of like here's like an intro and then here's where it builds up and then it descends from there.
Yeah.
Like there's no
Yeah,
repeating to
my
it.
mom really liked dubstep when I was into it in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Your mom
Dude,
liked
everyone went through a
She's
dubstep
like,
phase.
I know
it?
she's
I'm
like,
still in it.
she was like, when I'm tired in the car, I put in one of your CDs. Like, not that I made dubstep. This is like Bangarang, fucking like all this Skrillex shit. And she's like, yeah, when I get tired in the car, I just play it, and it's crazy. It sounds like super electronic, and like that's really cool. There's like a different place for all the different things.
Yeah, yeah, and with the energy of dubstep, I had in that same high school that I went to when I was in my really big dubstep phase.
What high school did you go to?
We had a really good music program for
What?
high school.
He's dodging
Name
your
the high
question.
school.
He's
Yeah.
dodging your
Name
question.
it.
It's-
right here. Put it down.
Try high.
What?
Sky High.
It honestly
He
seems
went to
like
Sky
Everything
High.
makes
You
sense.
know what? Whatever,
With
dude.
Kurt Russell.
yeah.
No, I went to Chippewa Falls High School.
Okay.
Chippewa Fall. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we had a decent
I'm-
music program.
I'm going there and I'm seeing what the fuck they're
I don't know what it's
offering.
like right now because it's been
It's in
fucking
ruin.
years.
It's
it might
just,
be.
it's like,
Honestly,
it's
it
like
might be.
Fallout levels.
That's just
There's raiders inside.
No, but when
my
I was
God.
in high school and I was really big into my electronic music phase, I would bring
You
examples.
still haven't made it out, so don't say a phase.
It's not a phase.
I'll give you that. When I would bring music to class because like sometimes we'd have these exercises where like, oh, bring a song to class. Well, I'll listen to it and deconstruct it. And my teacher compared dubstep to Baroque music because it's really fucking complicated in terms of like what you're hearing.
Right.
There's just
Yeah,
so much
yeah.
shit
There's
happening.
like when I remember when I was like 13 when dubstep was a thing, and I remember like all the like Facebook memes and stuff. Like you hit a button and then it makes
I
the
hated
Right,
that
I
shit.
hate
But
that
like
now
just
still.
knowing like the automation clips and like how you can have like 100 different patterns in
yeah,
a thing.
for real.
Like
Too much.
it's that's very accurate. Like a certain era of classical music. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah, and like it's not the complication doesn't come from hitting a bunch of notes at the same time like you would on a normal instrument. It's about going really deep into that one sine wave
Right.
that you create and then just fucking destroying it and re-putting it back together. Because
Yeah. But
I
like,
don't get how people like. I mean, I get how people can assume that dubstep is just you just log onto your computer and you type in make music.
yeah, because
No,
that's how the aesthetic is for like performing it, right? It's just a guy on a
You
laptop.
hit a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
hit the space bar and then you wave your arms a bunch.
yeah, because like
Which
yeah,
how else are you gonna perform dubstep?
Yeah.
exactly. You have to put on the performance. But like yeah, back to that. Like dubstep isn't something I could ever explain to like my grandma. Like for example.
Oh, absolutely not.
It really is like I can't even wrap my head around it just being sounds because like since they've only heard this
I
their
could
whole life.
never even wrap my mind around making dubstep.
No, too much. Too many
It's
layers.
way too much, and the people who do it are like incredible musicians.
Yeah.
like
Well,
they.
Because you're taking just tiny pieces of sounds and putting them together and making them better.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I know they have a ton of. I went to school with this one dude who had like an entire 500 gigabyte hard drive filled with samples
So
Jesus.
cool.
for his to make dubstep music with. He paid like stupid money for it, but it was just like watching him put something together in a day. Like he'd come back to class a day later and he would have like his outline of a dubstep track, and it was like, how in the fuck did you do that? Like I
Yeah.
know it's a ton of automation, but
Yeah.
to me, dubstep and heavy metal music are some things I could never even begin to like
Engineer.
engineer
Yeah.
at all. Like I could record it, but then when it comes to mixing, I'd be like,
It's weird.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have no fucking clue what to do
Right.
with this.
And yeah, if you open up FL for the first time when you first buy it, it's a stock like preset thing to kind of show you what to do. and it's like 150 layers. It's
Oh,
dubstep.
yeah.
And it's all
It's-
colorful, and it's all the automation clips going up and down.
Yeah, even on like the free version.
What
they-
an
they
intimidating
throw-
way to
yeah.
get you started.
Right.
I know.
Exactly, it was
It's
so
like, here's a
intimidating.
perfectly polished new song, and now
You're
you go-
never gonna have
Yeah.
this. Have fun.
And like
It still happened.
it's so bizarre to like look at that one clip and just pick out one thing like, all right, I'm gonna do that, and then you pull it into your own project and recreate one element. You're like, fuck, that took
Right,
4
right.
hours.
There's 16 of these.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have famed Korean pop star
Oh, yes.
Jack Daly with us, who could accomplish anything.
Please tell us this story.
Recant us the story of how you became a Billboard charting artist
K-pop
in
star.
Korea.
Okay. So here's what happened. I'm gonna set the record straight right here on the baseless claims. Okay. All right.
Oh, we don't do that here.
Okay. No, okay.
You just throw out random.
You just
bullshit.
throw out random shit.
So we could start at the beginning, but I feel like we need to go back farther. No,
Hey, man.
Hold on, we got to get our sponsorship in here for the day.
Oh, right.
Grain Belt Northeast. Let's get that good crack in there. Ooh.
It's like Lil Wayne hitting a lighter.
exactly. Tyler's like, "What's in my cup? Is in my cup."
Robitussin.
Robo tripping. We're robo tripping on a
Triple C's and
Sunday
something.
night. So it's 10:38 a.m. I hear "Pop Style" by Drake and Kanye and Jay-Z. It was that version that had came out. Views wasn't out yet. And I was like, holy shit, dark ass beat. You know, I'm going to put some bass slides on that and like recreate the drums, make it harder. I do that. It takes me like 10 minutes. Like I was thinking about putting it on YouTube because it's such like a easy project file. It's really just a low pass filter on the original song, or high pass?
High pass.
want the
You're
low
cutting
end.
off the
Yeah.
low
Cutting
end.
off the line. Whoops. So I really just did that and replaced the drums and kind of messed with it. And then I put it out and I didn't think anything of it. And like 3 months goes by and this guy DMs me and he goes, "Oh, by the way, I used your Pop Style remix in one of my Vines. Is that cool?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine." And I click on his profile on Vine. He has like 2 million followers. And he makes like those AMV like anime edits, just like 6 seconds.
Bro used to make fun of us for watching anime and shit, and then
And then you blow up.
I still make fun of you guys. I don't watch anime.
So
I'm
lame.
gonna say that on every live.
Are you
thing.
just like a little bit bitter about it, Tyler?
just in the back of my head, I'm like,
You're just like not even about the plays that it has, because it's got like 917,000
which is
on
dope.
SoundCloud.
That's so cool. Like whenever I get to tell people that, that's awesome. But just thinking like,
But thinking
That's a
about how
constant-
how anime is
You
the
don't
thing
like
that
this.
brought it out. Yeah, you're just like, this is bullshit.
realized that
I
now.
want the anime edits.
That's a constant in my life because like I dropped out of high school. Now I work for the Department of Education, and I don't like anime, but anime weeaboos are my biggest fans.
so
They like
interesting.
message you like,
Like,
I'm your
like
biggest
everything
fan. I
I
love
do-
all of your music,
Right.
and you're just like, back off, you fucking weeb.
someone you never talked to in your life. Like,
Right.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, the distance is a little hard for that for a lot of these people. But yeah, so I put it out, and then we have a friend named Kyle Larkin who I will shout out, and he doesn't like really go into music that much. And he was like, "This is really fucking good." So I'm like, "God damn it, it sucks," you know. And then he's like, "No, this is really good." And that's
Do you want to explain everything that you did so that like the viewing audience can kind of get an idea of just like, so like, I mean, you took this song, like you took the song,
I slowed it
and
down
you slowed it down,
by like 20 BPM.
and you added drums.
I added drums. I cut up some things.
And I'm not saying this is just like you didn't do any work.
Oh, no,
I'm just
yeah.
saying like how we were talking about earlier. Simplicity can be like the key to
For
something.
sure. Yeah, with those remixes, definitely.
And you also hit it at a really good time, like right when Pop Style
Yeah, it was the
came out.
day Pop Style came out. So like I was right because that's where the remixes get really popular. It's like usually right away.
That's fair.
So yeah, but like that 3 months had gone by and it was going up in numbers. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And he I looked at his Vine profile. I'm like, oh my god, like that's what's happening. Everyone's like, where's the link? He didn't link me on Vine. And so
Bastard.
I was like, hey bro, please go back. And he put it there. And then that's when it started like going crazy. And then
So are you making Drake money?
no, actually, I'll get to that too.
Making
'cause
Bezos money.
I've never put it. I've never put it
Dear
on
Lord.
a streaming service, and I never put it on YouTube. I just put it on SoundCloud. So people start seeing his edit, and they're like, you know, that's where you get the songs. And so they start going to my profile, downloading the song, and then making their own like anime edit to it. And yeah, there's like 5 pages now on YouTube of it, and just the craziness. And people are always asking me like if they can use it, or to put out a tutorial video or make a full version. Some dude was gonna pay me to make a version with Kanye's whole verse or Drake's whole verse, and I was like,
Wild.
I'm not gonna do that. So because it's been like 3 years now, it's been a while.
And they don't like each other. So
I know, like
Drake and Kanye.
Yes. So
Whatever happened to that collab album they were gonna do?
I forgot about that.
Kanye got mad at something, and then
No,
Of course.
Kanye.
Okay, but like I mean,
So
I never wanted a Kanye and Drake album.
no, I didn't either.
I never wanted that.
that song they did on More Life was so bad. I saw Jack a video of Joe Budden singing. He's like, "Watch out for me!" Like
Yeah.
it's not good. It's
Yeah.
weird. You can take two people you really like, you put them together.
And then it's just like, you two should stay separated.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to the Billboard part, I looked it up on Google when it was going like to 300K, like because it went like for a moment there it was going like 20K a day, 30K a day, and like going up that fast. Now it's just like 1,000 like a month. But like I Googled myself, sorry, and I looked it up, and it was like this website that was not in English, and like I translated it, and it was like number like 93 on like their Billboard.
So you were on the
like,
top 100.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
like
that's
radio station
Great.
thing.
That's crazy.
It was high up there, but I was like, "What the fuck? Am I gonna get sued?" And like I don't know how this works. So I was gonna put it on streaming services because it seems like people still like listen to it. But when I went to go put it through, it's like, "Hey, Drake's gonna get all your money from this," and I'm like, "All right, whatever." And he probably already does.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's slowed down enough to where I don't know if the content
That
ID
kind of
thing would.
I've been thinking about that kind of thing a lot recently.
Yeah, I don't know if the content ID would get it.
In a lot of my stuff, I use sampling because like
Yeah, me too.
I grew up listening to Kanye and listening to like 90s hip hop, and my favorite rapper producer Charles Hamilton. He like only does stuff in that vein. So that's kind of a thing I've always done, but I've never thought about clearing it or anything.
no.
And now that we're like in the past like 6 months or so, we've like been putting stuff on like iTunes and Spotify and Tidal for some reason. Like
You went
put
on
it in-
Tidal?
Yeah, I have a song on Tidal. It's
Damn.
like,
It goes-
you
it goes to,
just
like,
drop a
30+
thing in
stores.
this distribution thing, and then it goes wherever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of a lot of what I've done, and now thinking of that, I'm like, I could get in trouble
Yeah,
for this.
so-
Like, sampling laws are so fucking
Yeah,
dumb.
I was talking to Jack about this. Like Danny Brown made some tweets today for his album he put out a year or two ago. Atrocity Exhibition. He paid $70,000 for it, and then it sold like 8,000 first week, and like that doesn't return to you, and like then you're screwed because of
Yeah.
just how copyright laws
Yeah,
work.
and there's people like the Eagles that piss me off. They're my favorite band ever, the Eagles, and like they piss me off with that. Like when Frank
Bad
Ocean
dog.
made a Hotel California remix, like Don Henley is like, "You piece of shit, this isn't music. Don't touch our baby," but pretty much. And like
Dude,
the
fucking
people,
old people
I know.
and hip hop.
it's people like, who are you talking about? Who like loves their music being sampled because it keeps it alive.
Smokey Robinson.
Smokey Robinson. He like, take it. Yeah, it keeps him alive. You know, it keeps his like not physically, but it keeps like it keeps like maybe
Got a few years left.
Yeah,
Maybe
And,
that's his key to immortality.
Exactly. He just keeps getting all this sample clearance money. No, but like it keeps it alive and keeps it people listening to his music. 'Cause,
Exact-
Like,
and,
when I
like-
hear a great sample, I'm like, what is that? And I go listen to it.
And how those laws came to like you can everything else like in every other realm you can use like cuts of video and it's fair use. You can use cuts of speeches and it's fair use.
Depending.
It borders but
More or
the-
less, you have to be careful.
yeah,
Especially,
you have to be careful, but like how harsh it is, there's nothing more harsh than sampling for
Yeah.
some fucking reason.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
it's-
I mean, for fair use, it's just like commentating on something, right? Like you make it your own.
Well, making
Yeah.
it like
But the thing about fair use, specifically with YouTube, this is where
Right.
I know the most about it, is YouTube, because there's something crazy like 60, 70 hours of content uploaded to YouTube every day, if not more. That's probably a lowball estimate. So you can't hire, a bunch of lackeys to physically go through those videos.
so you need an algorithm.
You
or
have to have an
that's what they're
algorithm.
working on now, but it
Yeah,
sucks.
the algorithm is god awful. And if even you have, like a short, like half a second clip of something, and the content bot picks it up, your
Right.
video goes down.
Yeah.
And people are exploiting this system. Like there's an
YMS.
Yeah,
YMS is
yeah,
my
yeah.
guy for that.
my example for how just exploitable and busted the system is do you know Rubber Ross at all from Game Grumps? So he's an animator, and he did a comedy sketch little bit thing that was like a couple of minutes long, and he used a classical song in it. So like extremely fair use.
Right.
Like it's the guy who made it's been dead for a billion years.
Beethoven.
Yeah, Beethoven, whatever, right? So he used that song.
He's
in
dead? Was that another 2016 death? Fuck, that year got everyone.
So he used that song, like not even the whole song, like a snippet of it, right? And published the video, and the video got taken down by a copyright strike by some DJ who claimed, "Oh, that song is mine. You can't use it." So he went and listened to the whole song, and it's really generic, and then it
Four on the
cuts.
floor.
To the sample.
It cuts to the whole song.
It's a lot.
Cuts for another second, and then goes back to, and then
You got to
ends.
have a lead-in to Beethoven.
Yeah.
That was always the problem with Beethoven. It's like, that's nerdy shit. I don't want to listen to it. I need a 4 on the floor lead-in,
Exactly.
and then I'm in the mood.
Yeah, it's interesting being more of a video person to hear these kind of copyright laws from the audio perspective as well. Because
Yeah, that's an entire genre that's just kind of up in the air until people put their foot down when there's money there.
Right, and people get screwed just for like playing the same chord, the same tempo
Yeah.
sometimes.
yeah,
Like,
wow, that's crazy.
like there's like the Led Zeppelin "Stairway to Heaven" thing. That's like kind of creepy.
I
The
don't-
Taurus thing. I don't know. It could be. I don't
what
know.
is
There was that whole thing with
They stole the
George
Stairway to
Harrison.
Heaven. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they stole the "Stairway to Heaven" like intro chords, and I remember Creedence Clearwater Revival. John Fogerty, I think is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry,
Dad Rock.
yeah, Dad Rock.
Yeah.
He left CCR, and he got sued by the label as just John Fogerty afterwards because he sounded too much like CCR, but he was CCR. Like,
Like, especially, like, ever since, I think the big one was Biz Markie got, like, sued out the fucking ass for
I think-
sampling, and that's
yeah.
where, like, the big law came from, was like, no, you're stealing other people's work. And it's
Right.
like, no, I'm not. This sounds nothing like it. Like, and that's where sampling has been fucked ever since.
It's kind of, it's one of those things. It's like there's two sides and they're both kind of right. Because I mean, like if you like you are using this thing for your own thing from the perspective of the person, and then it's just kind of up to that person to do whatever with it.
right.
And there isn't really a side that's wrong. There isn't really a side that's right. There's just people who kind of
Now,
think different ways.
I love Marvin Gaye, but
the
I
Ed-
hate the estate
the Ed
of
Sheeran
Marvin.
stuff.
The
That
fucking,
song doesn't even remind me of that.
Wasn't that Blurred Lines too? He
The-
won
there-
that
yeah,
lawsuit.
the
They
Ed,
did
the Ed
Blurred
Sheeran
Lines.
thing is like $100 million lawsuit or something for
Jesus.
Let's Get It On. That doesn't even sound like that.
No, it doesn't, but it uses
that
the
an
same
Ed Sheeran
chords,
song?
and it's...
no,
No, Let's Get It On was
Let's Get It
Marvin
On's a
Gaye.
Marvin Gaye song, and then it's like
No, not that
pictures
one.
of you or something.
by
It's-
Ed. By Ed.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it was.
Are you on first name basis with that
Ed?
Sheeran?
Oh, my
He's
God,
a-
Ed
he's a
Sheeran?
Billboard
Ed Sheeran?
charting
He is
artist.
a Billboard topic
Yeah.
artist. That's
No,
right.
yeah,
That's
I was
right.
like-
Yeah, it
just
was.
on the
Well, I
phone
mean,
with Ed.
Robin Thicke kind of fucked himself too, because like during that court case, like while they were in trial, he had said out loud
Yep.
to a jury, he was just like, well, you know, me and Pharrell got in the studio and we were just listening to a bunch of Marvin Gaye tracks, just like trying to get the feel of it.
Fucking idiot.
And it's like, holy shit, don't say that. And then they, like, while he was on the stand, they, like, brought him a keyboard, and then they were like, okay, play Blurred Lines.
Robin Thicke doesn't play an instrument, does he?
And then he does.
Okay.
He can play piano.
All right.
And then the fucking dumbass accidentally started playing a Marvin Gaye song.
nice.
And it was
So
like,
funny.
oh, no.
Couldn't have
Dude,
gone
like,
any worse.
yeah, Blurred Lines is the worst song ever.
No, it sucks.
I'm a Pharrell stan too.
I like that song. Sorry.
I mean,
I like that
the
song.
song's fucking creepy.
It really,
Yeah.
It's rapey
no,
as
no,
shit.
not the lyrics, but
No,
like the
the-
groove. But obviously, it's a Marvin Gaye song,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be
Yeah,
groovy.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to give Pharrell the benefit of the doubt. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Neptune's fan.
Think true.
I was going through my childhood bedroom the other day and just like looking through a bunch of shit that I had, and I had found in it one, a $30 Best Buy gift card that's never been used
Dude,
from
fuck yeah.
2003.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
That's what's
dude.
up.
Hell
So I have no fucking clue if that's gonna work. I'm just gonna bring it in.
Yeah.
Like,
Try
It's
it.
too old to like call into the.
yeah, they're not even gonna. I'm just hoping they give me the $30.
it gathers interest. You're a Best Buy millionaire.
And then I found a Kenny Chesney Greatest Hits cassette.
Yes.
And then a Marvin Gaye, like the essential Motown hits of Marvin Gaye, and I was like, "Fuck, I was so cool."
Yeah, dude.
When I was in like first grade, I don't know why, but I carried around a DVD of a Kenny Chesney concert.
Dude,
In my
All the
backpack.
time?
In my backpack,
Okay,
it was just there.
what?
I have been like recently.
luck.
I have been
luck.
fucking with country music, like even new country music. Like I've just turned on the radio and everything. It's
not my thing,
The
but, like-
lyrics are kind of like up in the air sometimes, but like Nashville music is the like
That's the place to
essential.
be.
Yeah, Nashville is like they put out the most professional shit. Like if you want to listen to the most professional mixes and masters,
Yeah, that's where it
it's
is.
country music. And then I've just been listening to it, and I'm like, God, this is just so clean.
That's
Ooh,
cool to
this is-
hear
yeah.
it from that point of
That
view.
perspective.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like listening to it for how it was engineered and stuff. Because like
It's
when,
so
when I
clean.
listen to that, I listen to it from a songwriter perspective, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the songwriting.
And then you're back to
It's simple.
another Bo Burnham sketch about
Yeah.
the country music song.
the pandering.
Dirt road, pickup truck,
Yeah.
cold beer.
All right. So before we go too much on anything, we apologize. Tory selfishly took my GH4 with him.
That fucking bastard.
Iceland.
Bastard.
I bought the GH4, Tory. If you're watching this, I bought the GH4. So the camera's going to cut any
Yeah.
second. So we're going to do a quick cut, and then we'll come back to the conversation.
Because this camera can only record like 30 at a time. So
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Cut.
Dollar Shave Club. Quick video from our sponsor, Dollar Shave Club. Adjective. Dirt road. Cold beer.
This is a scarecrow. Oh, wait, I have a battery charging. I just don't know if it... Wait, is this Tory's camera or Jimmy's?
I grabbed the one that was for the bit that we did earlier. So I think it's Jitty's.
It's a fucking scarecrow again.
That is a scarecrow.
Y'all dumb motherfuckers want a key change? I know. You want a key change?
Y'all dumb motherfuckers want a key change.
Meandering. I'm hoping that my southern charm offsets all these rapey vibes I'm putting out.
How do I take the thing off?
I'll do it.
Because I've had a battery charger.
You're fucking useless when it comes to video.
I'm Gaudio.
Hello and welcome back from that little cut that we did. It ended up being
You should
a
put
lot
in some
longer.
like intermission music, or just like have like a
of
curtain
course.
fall or something.
Absolutely, I will.
Tay, throw that in there.
I will. Yeah. Or, I mean, yeah, Tay, throw that in there. So we had to take a short break because we thought we had 2 batteries, but we didn't. So we're back. We don't remember anything we were talking about before, so we're just gonna start from scratch.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with airline food?
I swear to God, that's my biggest question in life so far.
You have some pretty small, big questions.
Yes. No,
I
dude,
thought you were
that's
about to like really go for. You have a pretty small dick.
Just go for the
No, dude, actually, at work, my manager will send out like email trivia, like things like if you had to write a novel, or autobiography, what would the title be? And then I said, "What's the deal with airline food?" Like instinctless right away. No, but hear me out. And then I said, like, New York Times calls it confusing to say the least.
I like that. It's funny.
Yeah. How about what would you guys be? What would your audio?
I wasn't really even listening to what you were saying.
Autobiography title.
It's not a podcast. It's all about listening.
Autobiography title, huh?
Autobiography title about your life. What would it be named?
no.
All right, perfect. You?
Let's see. Probably. Oops, I'm different.
There you go. That's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm gonna say something like, I can't believe it's not butter. Like just something like, or I want to rip off something.
yeah.
Like
For sure.
how what's his face did dumb Starbucks. Like I want to do that.
Oh, you're talking. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Nathan Field. Yeah, Nathan Drake. I think it was like Nathan Fielder or something. Yeah. It's how he started a business called Dumb Starbucks. Yeah, I just want to have it be like, or Mein Kampf. Not because of Hitler,
Hitler.
or like I support Hitler or anything, but just because people would look at it and be like, huh. Or I would really cash in on the neo-Nazi market.
I don't understand. You understand? We're linking this video to a very different audience.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're gonna
They
read
won't-
it, and it's gonna be absolutely like riddled with communist ideals.
Sure. Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this lib shit?
Fucking live shit.
Fucking live shit.
But I'm gonna have like the front and the back panel be like super hardcore, like neo-Nazi conservative shit, like Tyler Mathieson takes a deep dive into what really was in Hillary Clinton's emails. Just absolutely misleading as shit.
Right,
That's
just
pretty
super
funny.
incorrect information.
Was Barack Obama's birth certificate a fake? Find all the answers here.
The first line of the book is, you fucking idiot.
Gotcha.
You bought this at Barnes and Nobles for $23, you fucking idiot.
The foreword, Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
The foreword by, what's that dude that goes around and does like the change my mind? Steven Crowder.
Yeah. There are only two genders. Change my mind.
Change my mind. Love it.
I'm never going to believe you, but try to change
Right.
my mind.
I'm not even trying to listen, but like change my mind.
Worst
now.
form of argument.
Yeah. You can just like say shit to me. I'm not going to fucking
Right.
listen. And then
Right, like-
I'm going to come back with facts.
What would make him go, oh, and just pack up the table? Like, what would make him be like, oh, yeah, I
right.
never thought of it that way, and just pack it up and
Nothing.
never do his episodes again.
I'd love if it was like something completely subversive. Like you walk up to him and he's like, "Yep, I think all video games are bad," and you're just like, "Play this one game," and
Ever
he plays
played
like 30
Ocarina of
seconds.
Time?
Yep. He's like, "Huh, this is all right." Packs up, never touches it again.
Yep.
Okay, but like I'm gonna say it as the hot take of the day.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
If I had never played Ocarina of Time and then I tried going back to it right now to be like, oh, everyone says this is a great game.
I just got a Switch and I'm playing Breath of the Wild right now, and I think
You mean
that
Game
I'm
of the Year
getting-
2017,
I
The
think,
Legend of Zelda
think
Breath of
I'm,
the Wild?
I think I'm getting from that what people got from Ocarina of Time. Because I think if I went, I've never played it before, Ocarina of Time.
Oh, me
So if I
neither.
went and played it, I'd probably be like, what am I playing? Like now,
I would
think-
never make it out of like Kakariko Forest. I'd just never be able to.
I like the like visual design of Majora's Mask though.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
Yeah.
appealing.
That's
to
the
me.
mistake I just made today with motocross versus ATV. I just bought that for my Xbox One today. And
I'm so dead serious. I have that unopened for the PlayStation 1.
yeah, dude, the power
I
of
just found it the other day. It's in a double pack. It was a double
dual edition. The power of nostalgia is insane because I was like, dude, I'm gonna go back to when I was in my grandma's basement playing PS2 motocross ATV, and I had it in for maybe 5 minutes before I was like, this is fucking stupid.
This is shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of the antithesis for some of the games that we play on this channel too, like Sonic Adventure Battle 2.
For you, you thought that was like your favorite game.
Yeah, no, when I was a youngin', I was like, Sonic, this is the
Yeah.
best game ever.
Right.
When I was like, like 10, 11. And, going back to that game, it is a pile of hot, steaming bullshit garbage, man.
That game always interested me. Like it just looks cool. Like
Yeah, like the aesthetic, and
Yeah.
actually, you're gonna fucking disagree with me, but the music's actually okay. It was like
Tyler's face.
it was like when butt rock got its start, so no one was tired of butt rock yet. So when
So
Sonic
it's like, yeah, Sonic is in a fucking helicopter.
Sonic's dope, man.
so
I
as
love
soon as thank you, by the way.
dude, as Tyler knows.
Dude,
Oh my
Tory's
god! I
recording
went
it.
into his house yesterday, and there was a Sonic Build-A-Bear.
Yes, there was.
His
On
name
the
his name
floor.
is Todd. Me and my girlfriend got him. His name.
Dude, yeah, Tyler pointed at the fucking stuffed animal of him, and he's like, what the fuck is that?
I love him, dude. Shout out Todd.
So like,
But I like my Charles Hamilton calls himself Sonic the Hedgehog. His whole thing is Sonic. The
All right, just
Is he just like really fast or like?
Sonic is sound.
He goes,
man.
I am the Sonic the
I
Hedgehog.
am
I
the Sonic
identify
barrier.
as Sonic the Hedgehog.
on everything.
Tay, you just went back to like Sonic just as like, oh man, the porn for this is so much more high res than
what are
this
you
game.
talking about, dude?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so,
man.
So for one episode of Sonic,
Airing some laundry right now.
so at the very, very end of Sonic, when the credits are rolling, right, they have these like really compressed, shitty images pop up as you're playing through the game.
Not even JPEG.
Yeah, no,
It's
because
it's
the-
like JPEG.
Yeah,
like
'cause
they didn't
the-
add the G yet.
the way the game was originally coded, it was only meant to be played at like 720 or 480p, right?
Okay.
So when I blew it up to 1080p, it just looks like fucking
It's so awesome.
just the worst, right? And we had so many technical problems with that too, and I'll get into that more. But in this last, credit scene, the credits are rolling, the pictures are coming up, like, oh, I remember when we defeated Eggman the first time, whatever, right? For one of those pictures that pops up, I replaced it with Sonic porn.
Is this for like a playthrough you guys are doing or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
The playthrough's already done. It's all uploaded and everything. Go watch that now.
I just remember distinctly because I stuck with that series even though I hated every second of it. But like the grinding level, just that mass grinding level, that was like 20 minutes of you just fucking up.
Oh God!
And then
I'll explain why.
You had prefaced it like, "Oh, this is my favorite level."
Yeah, I love the grind mechanics.
Dies 20
Dies
I was
20
like-
times.
I went like, oh, I love the grind mechanics of the game, and not even 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh, the grinding mechanics is just fucking bullshit.
And then you just like put a thing across the screen of you saying earlier, "I love the grinding mechanic in this game."
I like that episode a lot. So the reason that we were running it through Steam, so I wasn't using a traditional like GameCube or Dreamcast controller. Where the game initially was
Understand everything.
Yeah.
'cause it came out on that.
Yeah, it came out on that. And so when you're running it through PC or like that, you can use any controller. We were using an Xbox One controller.
Yikes.
Now the difference between a GameCube controller
right, yeah.
and a
It's like a
Dreamcast
Z
controller
button.
and the Xbox controller is that the Xbox controller has full 360-degree movement on that joystick, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it was developed, the joystick only had 8 directions that you
Right,
can go, and there's
right.
no like, there's really no middle that you
Super
can go
smash
to.
noise, that flex
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah, so when on the Xbox controller, if you go kitty corner, like right in between where Sonic would be going this way or straight, he doesn't know what to do, so he just kind of flips out for a second.
That's so funny.
So as I'm trying to hit these really precise rail jumps, I just fucking fly off to the right. It is so
I
fucking
love it.
frustrating.
It's hilarious.
Oh God, it's bad. Don't play that game anymore. Like
Noted.
there are good elements of the game, but they're so few and far between.
It's so strange how
Sonic fucked up the 3D jump so
Oh
bad.
my
and Mario
God,
did
yeah.
it so well. Like,
yeah, like Mario was just like, hey, let's have a good old time in a 3D realm. And then
Right.
Sonic's like, let's go. And like, just jumped off the ground.
Glitching out. He's just standing there like cutting it.
Mario's like on
Ga-
top
ga-
of bomb up and shit.
God, go fast.
Man.
I can't really even relate to any of this because I never played those type of games. I was in a like trick shotting clan for Modern Warfare.
Oh,
2.
were you
That's
really?
what I
remember
did.
that.
That's what I did,
rad,
dude.
There
11
was-
Mountain Dews deep. HD.
I hated women so much.
Dude, HD PVR just fucking recorded my sick gameplay all day.
Nice,
man.
Bro,
dude.
fuck yeah.
There was one summer I got really good at Call of Duty because this was before I could get a job. It was like when I was like 13, 14.
Right.
And I had a friend named Nick who lived in my neighborhood. He's big Army kid. He's in the Navy now.
And he was
Yeah,
probably big
so
into
the
Call of
pussy
Duty.
branch
Yeah.
of the military.
I love that bit.
You just sit in a boat,
So he
go
would
fishing.
he would come over at my house because I was the only kid that he knew of that played Modern Warfare all the time. And
I thought you were just gonna be like, I was the only kid that he knew of. Like, in his work, he was homeschooled. Like,
And
he didn't know there were
he
other
wanted
small
Other
humans.
people.
he wanted to play Call of Duty online, but the way his router worked at home.
The way my router's set up.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
like the way his router was set up was a NAS type of closed, so he couldn't play.
Who the fuck?
It was just default set like that. And
That's weird.
He's a redneck, so he didn't know what he was doing.
Sure. Okay.
So he came over to my house because it was a default set to open. So we would plug in, and he would come over at like 7 a.m. before my parents even left for work in the summer, right?
Right.
So like he would sometimes join us for breakfast, and as soon as we were done, we would walk downstairs, open up a can of salsa and a bag of tortilla
Yep,
chips
yep.
every day. Finish both of those fuckers off because we would play Modern Warfare for like
Oh.
10 hours.
Oh yeah, we play it for like 10, 11 hours straight. But it
Yeah.
didn't feel like it because you're with all I was with all my friends that I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
So it
friends
just
with
felt
in
like
real
hanging
life.
out with friends.
We were just hanging
absolutely.
out, but we weren't all together. We didn't have cars yet. It was the perfect.
No,
way
it was
to
the
do
perfect storm of just like
Yeah.
that age is just perfect to hit it
Dude,
at.
and another thing with Modern Warfare 2, we were just talking about with Lucas, the first mission that you can never do anymore. Like in because I'll get bored and play the campaign sometimes. like back then.
The no Russian.
The no Russian one. That's crazy.
No Russian.
No Russian.
And you just go in there and fucking mow down civilians.
It's crazy. Yeah, that game was really good. But that
I
part,
like how
I'm
they
not
had-
advocating that.
I like how they
no.
prefaced, like, when you open the game, it's like,
Yeah.
there's one
You
level
really
that,
want to
like,
do this?
yeah.
right off the bat. Right off
It's
the
just
bat.
like, I sat at that screen for a good couple minutes when I first, like, got the game, because I was, like, 13, 14. I was like, I don't know if I'm, like, allowed to play this.
Right.
Like, am I allowed? And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do it anyway. And then you don't get to that mission for, like...
For a while, yeah.
For a while, and then... I had just been waiting, like, what the fuck is this mission? And then as soon as I got to it, I was like, this is it. Yep,
Yeah.
that'd be the one.
Dude, I got ID'd at GameStop today.
At GameStop today?
What the hell? Yeah.
Seriously?
Like, I hate that so much.
You have you have a full arm.
No, you have to. No, you never know nowadays though. Because
Yeah,
there's people
exactly.
in high school I knew with full sleeves that are 16.
Really?
Just bad parents.
That's fair. That's fair.
A lot of daddy issues.
Exactly. it's good to ask.
And a gym
but-
teacher that'll probably
And
do
one
it
day
in the
I'll
basement.
be like,
Wow.
whoa,
Wow.
who watches this?
Apparently, 7-year-olds from Europe.
Hopefully not. Is that okay? I hear that on this podcast a lot. Oh God, this podcast a lot. That you guys' demographic audience is like 4 to 7-year-olds from the UK.
According to YouTube, yes, that is correct.
No. According to YouTube, Tory and I looked this up a while back when we were doing our James Bond playthrough. Wow, I still got smoke in my mouth.
Yeah, you
Let me see that.
incredible douche.
Yeah. We had looked it up, and our primary audience was like 30 to like however YouTube measures it, like 35 to 45-year-olds from the UK. And that was
okay.
And we had come to the conclusion of just like those middle-aged British housewives, they just love me. They love to get their eye candy for the day, and then they just log off.
Exactly. God, that's hilarious.
Have I been masturbated to?
Probably.
Oh,
Well,
God. Oh, man, that almost slipped out. Go on.
Before you were a part of Shapeless, you were just like, yeah, get those mods. Questing, modding, and adventuring love letter. This is my love letter to you.
This is a good question because honestly, what is Skyrim? Because
think
I
it'd be-
love you guys, and that's why I watch it.
I think
It's
it'd be
funny.
impressive if
What?
someone didn't know what Skyrim
No matter
That's
what
so-
you guys were, like, I really don't understand. Is it like a shooter game? Is it a? I'm dead ass right now.
It's okay.
You like Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah.
It's like that, but like Lord of the Rings.
I'm a
and,
normie
like,
when it comes to video games.
It's like that.
You
but it's
genuinely
like,
have never played Skyrim.
it's like that, but like Lord of the Rings, first person, and then like you just go and there's a main quest, but you can also do like.
It's a
side
bunch
quests.
of it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an RPG set in a medieval world.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
very open. So you're dropped in at the beginning of the game. You make your character and everything, and as soon as you finish like the opening tutorial and like the game tells you how to play, it just opens up a world for you.
Right, you
and
can go
just
wherever.
do whatever you want.
Okay, and then that's where you guys go with the mods. Yeah, but I'd watch this if you guys were playing Minecraft. Like, it's just it's
Okay.
more for the humor.
Real talk though, I am going to produce a Minecraft episode for the channel.
I'm down.
Where I'm gonna show Tory just how fucking crazy modded it can
Dude,
get on
it can.
PC.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
on Reddit too. I see it a lot.
Yeah, so like he's never seen.
And Tyler's dying inside right now. he's like I'm
We're not stooping to Minecraft.
This is where
Yes, we are.
This is where he's gonna announce.
This is where
Dude, we're
leaving
stooping to
Shapeless Gaming.
Fortnite tomorrow. What the fuck do you
Oh
want?
no,
Dude, I want to get that fucking fresh teen.
I swear to God.
I want those
are
fucking
tears over there.
12 to 15-year-olds.
You need those millions, dude. That's Ninja.
What's up? Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
huge
that's
market.
huge.
600K ish a month playing
Yeah.
video games.
He broke the record for most concurrent viewers when Drake was playing with him.
That
Okay,
was
well, yeah,
hilarious.
that's because
that was so
Drake.
funny.
He said
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He said
And
that.
Travis.
He said that Drake was like using him for views today or
Right.
something.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, he said like something along those lines. Like
That's crazy.
Imagine
Really?
Drake like needing someone else's like platform like that.
It's dude, Twitch is a crazy atmosphere. I need to stream more because it's just so much. It's really neat to have that kind of one-to-one interaction.
Right.
with the
I'd be a
audience that's
lewd
watching you.
streamer. I would absolutely give into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, you know what you
I would
could
just
do?
like walk around in my underwear, just like, okay, like 50,000 likes.
Isn't
okay,
that like
I'll
a
do
cam girl?
push-ups.
Isn't that like the most powerful part of Twitch, like the cam girl side?
So there's a bit of a controversy with that right now. So Twitch opened up different avenues of streaming. So it used to be only video games. Like if you streamed anything else, you'd get kicked
Now
off.
you can do
right?
like lifestyle.
Yeah. So now there's IRL, there's talk shows, there's Twitch Presents, and what Twitch Presents is they like stream classic TV and stuff, and then chat just blows up with memes. It's
Right.
fucking phenomenal. Like they did one for Power Rangers, absolutely hilarious. Because like when
Power Rangers is batshit crazy.
yeah, because like when the enemies would come on the screen, like little pawns that were like gray and just like make
Yep.
noises.
Oh, yeah.
And then they'd fucking roundhouse kick all of
Yeah,
them.
so the noise that they make sounds like a gobbling turkey, which is just like a right. So as soon as one of the putties came out on the screen, the whole chat for the next like 30 seconds was just BL 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 BL.
Have you ever seen that? What is it? An M16 for Jesus? That guy?
No.
No one. All right. then we're
Okay,
not
that's
going into it.
that's on dead ears. Yeah.
It's it's like Jesus chat line. You guys ever heard of that?
Okay,
idea?
okay.
It's it was like these 4chan people
Oh,
who were like
4chan.
trolling 4chan with it. It was very meta, but like it was this Twitch streamer guy, and he like was playing like an over the top liberal kind of character, but nobody knew he was trolling. And you should check those videos out because they're really funny. Check them out. An M16 for Jesus. He was an insider the whole time.
It was an inside job.
It was an inside job.
Like
job.
9/11.
Yeah, and that's actually his most popular video. Is like he's like, the premise is he's taking callers because that's where all the funny stuff comes. They think they're calling in and fucking with this guy who really cares, but he's trolling. Now we know. But he's like gonna send an email to Rockstar about updates for GTA 5, like online.
5.
GTA 5. Yeah, that's how he's like GTA 5, and he's fucking with everyone, but no one knew. And they're calling in trying to get a 9/11 DLC. I was like, whoa. And that's the whole thing is he's acting super offended. And like, so people keep calling in and getting more offensive. And it's so funny. But
That was, I don't know. To me, over the top, like batshit stuff mostly came from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was
That's crazy.
that's top tier stuff, right?
Have you ever heard the Village People's YMCA in a minor key?
No.
That sounds straight
sounds
out of Dragon
awesome.
Fall, dude. Straight out of Dragon Ball.
Haven't
Charge
heard
up
that.
music. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we'll show it later. Back onto Twitch though, since I've got that
Yes,
on my
sorry.
mind. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's such a different platform than anything else, right? Because it is live streaming. You can do it whatever you want, and it's not edited content. But they're starting to branch into that edited content where you can upload, pre-recorded shit.
yeah.
Watch me kill my parents.
What the
What?
fuck?
Now you're demonetizing
Yeah.
this
I
whole
fucking-
video.
And it's interesting to
I hate
see.
you, Mom. You're a bitch.
We've been
Please let me come back.
if we monetized any single one of our videos, like for the rest of eternity, we would never make a dime.
You guys don't?
You were talking about that on Twitter, Tyler. How one of them got like monetized or something, and then it got demonetized.
No, it was.
Was that a big like bit?
Oh
or,
yeah,
like-
that's a bit.
Okay.
Like we don't make any
No,
money.
nothing.
I just love saying that I
Because you-
make
I
I bet a
totally
money.
lot. There was
too.
like 20 tweets. I was like, wow, this looks like a big deal.
Yeah, dude. No, I totally because I have like maybe 14 cents in my Spotify like artist thing.
Nice, dude.
Dude, it's tight. But like it
I
feels
made like
good.
10 cents last month.
Hell yeah,
dude.
I
it
had
in.
a whole YouTube dollar before they implemented their new policy of like, well, you have to have this many views before you can withdraw. It's like,
lame.
fuck.
Wait, what? Oh man.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
super
well,
lame. They're holding
fuck.
you up.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah, just so we're clear, you guys aren't getting paid for this.
oh, absolutely not.
Yeah. Let's get out of here, man.
All right, that's been the shape.
We actually are running out.
Yeah,
about
we're-
time.
Yeah, let's just before we go, I just want to say thank you to Blue Apron for sponsoring this episode. Seriously, guys, I've had a lot of great recipes. It's made cooking a lot easier. A lot of simple things. We're all busy. We don't have a lot of prep time.
We're not actually
10 to
sponsored.
20 minute things.
Yes, we
10
are.
to 20
If we
minute
believe-
recipes.
Yeah,
We
say
They're
it is.
so great. The food is
Changed
amazing.
my bank
So
account.
thank you to Blue Apron. You have changed my life.
Yeah, you go ahead if you would like, or how do you want to?
Well, I was just gonna open it up to you guys at the very end. Shamelessly plug.
Plug.
anything you
Plug
want.
away.
Plug,
Okay. Plug it,
your-
Tyler.
Plug to
Okay.
your heart's content.
I have an album coming out this month.
Wow! Tell us about this
Good
album.
timing.
It's called No Exit. It's based on a John Paul Sartre play from like the 1930s, 1940s. The premise of the play is like there's like a bunch of people locked in this room, kind of like this.
Yeah, you are locked
we
in
are
here.
locked
That
in
is
here.
correct.
Help
I'm in
us.
hell right now, but like the premise is like you get stuck with other people and you want things out of them and then you can't get them, and then they want things out of you and you can't get them, and then you have to like deal with that and the thought of that, and I heard that and I was like, that's weird as hell. I don't I don't like that. But then I thought about it more and I'm like, maybe I could make an album about something that I don't agree with and go into that and think about that and see what that might sound like or something.
I like that idea
Yeah,
of
it's really
making
nice.
something
Well,
that
we're
you
on the-
don't like.
We were on the radio last weekend.
Were you really?
This is like okay.
Radio
we-
K?
We've
Yeah.
we've never done like any like.
I'm doing like a press run for this
Like,
album.
dude,
I
he's
love
been
it.
doing like a press run right now.
Hell yeah.
It's all just falling into place. Super weird. But yeah, we were on there, and you were saying too. I wanted you to
Just to
elaborate.
preface, Radio K is like our local college radio,
Oh, okay.
kind of.
Yes. It is up on SoundCloud as well if you guys want to go listen
Ubiquity
to that.
Radio.
Ubiquity Radio.
And we'll have links in the description for this
Okay,
too. Just
perfect.
send it to us after the show.
Sounds good.
So, you were talking about on there how like some people are good or bad or something like that,
What do you mean?
like in that play.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, in the play, there isn't really a protagonist. There's not really a villain. Like it's just people existing in this area, and then like having to wrap it. Like it's like it starts off like the first song on the album, and one of the first lines in the play is like this guy is like realizing he's in hell, and he's like, where are the pitchforks? Where am I gonna like where's the fire? Where's all this other shit? Like where can I go to the bathroom and stuff? And he's like. Usually when people come to hell, they don't worry about where they're going to go to the bathroom. And like, it's just like that is kind of the feeling of it. Just like that idea and how that some of that makes sense to me, some of it doesn't. And then kind of coming to a conclusion out of the other side with it, I guess. So, it's like 14 songs or something. He's on it. I'm on it. A lot of my friends are on it. Yeah, I don't know. Like sonically, it's just a mix of a lot of stuff. As I said earlier, I like to make stuff that just kind of sounds cool. There's hip hop on it. There's like kind of like folky music on it. There's like indie music, like Jack was kind of talking about. There's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
straight,
excited.
straight up,
Yeah.
dude. That's so rad.
Yeah,
Sounds really
I'm
cool.
gonna be doing a listening party for it too, I believe.
Oh, that's
Hell yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah. We will also have that in the
awesome.
description
Oh,
too.
thank you.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to right now. It should be out sometime this month. So.
sweet.
Listen, I am working on indie music for the indie women. Okay, I need.
You want to
indie
get those
women,
kids that smoke
please.
cigarettes.
Listen, listen. I need flower children to love me. No, okay. So
You want the? Are you going for the Lana fans? Because
the-
that's a big market.
What words did you just speak out of your face?
Lana Del Rey.
That's what
fans.
you mean.
Does she still
Okay,
have
yeah.
fans? Ooh, just kidding. Got her. No, I love her. Have her vinyl. It's up in my apartment. Anyways,
Born to Die is it?
Born to Die, very good.
Incredible
I haven't
album.
listened since, to be honest. But yeah, this is where not having a name from a project I'm working on sucks. Because oh yeah, do you have a name?
Oh, it's called No Exit.
No Exit, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, I'm just working on a lot of music right now, trying to get better at guitar and making some jangle pop jams. That will
Where can we find you on SoundCloud?
SoundCloud's just Jack Daly. You'll probably end up at that pop style thing first, but I promise, please,
It gets deeper.
please keep going.
There's some heavy. I listened to one song the other day that had like some synth in it that was just heavy as shit. It was like a dubstep wub.
Oh,
I don't
dude,
remember what it was called.
that.
but
I'm,
I was
I'm
just
all
like,
over the place.
damn.
I'm really all over the place because I'll go through a week of like a super EDM phase for no reason, and then I'm like,
I was impressed because I was
over-
like, damn, how did you get that synth sound? Like, what is that? What?
we'll talk after this.
We'll chat. We'll chat.
I'm not gonna say that.
We're not gonna give away the
Not gonna give
secrets,
away
the
the
trade
secrets.
secrets.
No.
My SoundCloud is just my name,
And then Apple Music.
Spotify, all that stuff.
What's your name?
Tyler Schultz.
There you go.
SCHULTZ. Thank
Mine
you.
is mine's
No problem, man.
mine's Jack Daly, DAILY. Find in YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, all that good stuff. And we're working on music videos too. Hopefully before I move out of my apartment at the end of August. So that should be out on my YouTube, Jack Daly Productions. And my Pieces music video is out now.
Hell yeah, that was a good little.
Twitter @name Trophies with no O.
Okay,
It's stupid.
getting
Mine
a
is-
bit excessive.
My Instagram. No.
Run it all back.
Well, thank you for tuning into this special episode of Baseless Claims. You can find all of us on Twitter in the description. We'll put you there too.
Thanks for having us. Thank you
yeah,
for
thank
having
Yeah,
us.
no,
much,
again,
guys.
thank
This
you
was
to
fun.
our special
Absolutely.
guests for showing up while fucking Tory is
Fuck
out.
you, Tory.
Fuck you, Tory.
Fucking
Thank you
in
for letting-
Iceland.
Thank you for letting us use your house, Tory. I appreciate it.
No. Cut his mic
What do you mean?
Fuck
This is
you,
set.
Tory.
This is set. That's not in Tory's basement.
No, dude, we're in LA right now.
This is the basement of Capitol Records.
Exactly.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.